You know, we've all seen them. That person sitting alone at a cafe in a foreign city or maybe hiking a remote trail all by themselves. And let's be honest, we've all probably had the same thought. Are they lonely? But what if what we're actually witnessing isn't loneliness at all? What if it's a profound form of mental strength?
You know, this quote just nails it, doesn't it? It perfectly captures the two different worlds people can live in. For a lot of us, safety is in numbers, right? It's the comfort of being in a group. But for others, that sense of safety is an internal fortress, something they've built inside themselves that they can take with them wherever they go.
It's a pretty powerful and immediate assumption we make, isn't it? That being solo must mean social failure. But psychology suggests there's a completely different story playing out. So today, we're going to decode that story and really get into why choosing to travel alone is actually a sign of a highly developed mind.
Okay, so first things first, we have to bust the biggest myth right off the bat. Traveling alone isn't some kind of bug in the social system. It's actually a feature of a strong psyche. And to really get that, we need to draw a very clear line between two very, very different experiences.
This right here is the key distinction. See, loneliness is passive. It's that feeling that something's missing from your life. But chosen solitude, that's an active, powerful choice. It's not about what's absent, it's about what's present, reflection, clarity, and the intentional choice to use time alone as a tool for growth.
And make no mistake, this is a skill. So many of us live with this kind of distraction addiction, right? We're constantly filling the silence with podcasts, music, or just endless scrolling, anything to avoid our own thoughts. The solo traveler, though, they do the exact opposite. They lean into the silence. They use it to think clearly, to process things, and to reset their emotional state without all that external noise.
So what's the psychological foundation that lets someone not just put up with being alone, but actually seek it out? Well, it really boils down to two core traits.
It all starts with a rock-solid sense of who you are. People who really thrive in solitude don't need a group to validate their choices. They feel complete on their own. Their internal compass is guided by their own interests, not by a constant search for what other people think.
And this just says it all. I mean, think about it. For them, an experience is meaningful because they experienced it, not because it was posted on social media or witnessed by a bunch of friends. They don't need what you might call a social mirror to confirm that their life has value.
Okay, the second big trait is a deep, deep need for autonomy. For these people, the constant negotiation and compromise of group travel, it just feels like a drain on their energy. The freedom to change plans on a whim, to spend a whole day in one museum, or to just do nothing at all, that isn't just a perk. It's a form of psychological breathing room.
And listen, this isn't just some personality quirk. This is backed up by some pretty solid research. A major theory called self-determination theory says that autonomy is one of the 3 fundamental psychological needs for us to be happy and to grow. Solo travelers are simply honoring that deep need in a very direct way.
So, we have the foundation. But these traits aren't just something you're born with and that's it. They're like muscles that get stronger with practice. And that brings us to how solo travel becomes an active training ground for the mind.
So this brings us to a really crucial concept from personality psychology. A person with an internal locus of control believes they are the captain of their own ship. Someone with an external one, they believe they're just a passenger and life just happens to them. Solo travel forces you to be the captain every single day.
And what happens is, this creates a powerful feedback loop. You decide what to do, you act on it, and then you own the outcome, whether it's good or bad. And every single time you navigate that cycle, you're making a deposit in your mental bank of self-trust. You're proving to yourself over and over that you're capable.
And what's so powerful about this is the result. It's not about becoming this loud, arrogant person. It's a quiet self-trust. It's a kind of confidence that doesn't need to announce itself, because it's been tested and proven through real action time and time again.
You see, for a lot of solo travelers, the goal is often growth, not just sightseeing. When you're stripped of your usual roles and routines, your job, your family role, and you're in a brand new place, you're forced to just observe yourself. You see your own patterns, your fears, and your gut reactions with this startling clarity.
This process is actually a high-level cognitive skill. It's called metacognition, which is really just a fancy way of saying thinking about your own thinking. It's the ability to step outside yourself and analyze your own mental processes. So they're not just exploring new places on a map, they're exploring new territories inside their own minds.
So, where does all this lead?
What's the ultimate payoff of this whole journey?
Well, the real destination isn't a place at all. It's a state of mind.
And here is the big reframe. It is a fundamental misunderstanding to see this as being against people. It's not antisocial, it's pro-self. It's all about having the strength and the clarity to direct your own life, instead of having it directed for you.
And this is the profound freedom they achieve. That dependence on external validation, on likes, on approval, on getting permission, it all just starts to dissolve. You become the primary source of your own identity and your own direction.
So the next time you see someone out there traveling alone, maybe realize you might be looking at someone who has reached a really rare destination. They've done the internal work to feel safe within themselves, and in doing so, they've achieved a level of mental power and independence that is truly exceptional.
And that leaves us with one final thought to chew on. In your own life, in your career, your choices, your daily habits, just ask yourself this question. Are you the architect, actively building your own world, or are you a tenant, just living in one that was built by somebody else?